Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some MekHQ. Hello Varenk, how are you? And hello, good morning Mr. McGorilla. I see you there in the chat as well. I do apologize, I might have a little bit of a sniffle. There's no reason to think it's anything more than allergies, but you might be able to hear it in my voice, I'm not sure. I know this isn't the best microphone in the world, but I also know I don't normally sound the best, so any detriment to that is I'm expecting to have an impact. And yes, I did get the camera fixed. It was for whatever reason the software that I used to stream had selected a different camera, even though there isn't another camera to select. I don't know where it came from, but yeah, my inputs are straightened out now, and we've got video. Speaking of which, let me always go the wrong way first. Straighten that out a little bit. Maybe not quite so straight. Oh, whatever. That's good enough. Except it looks a little crooked. Let me get a little piece of paper under the camera to hold it at an angle because it looks crooked when it doesn't. So yeah, I haven't done anything off screen, but I was watching last week's episode and I noticed a couple of mistakes that I made when it comes to the hangar and when it comes to assigning people to maintenance. For example, the Banshee did not have a great maintenance report last time. We're losing quality on the double heat sinks. We're losing quality on some standard armor. We're maintaining this mech with a regular tech, and the whole reason that we gave Fred Modry all of those armor assignments to do is so that he could make it to elite, so that he could do maintenance on things that need intensive maintenance. The other thing I noticed is that the Cronus, I accidentally gave that to someone who was not Penny Singilmore, which I should have done. But there's no way to change it right now, so I'll have to remember to do that after this mission that the Cronus is deployed upon. And speaking of which, that is where we're going to jump right in. We took a look at the map last week, but we didn't really look at the OP4. We're looking at a fair number of lights and vehicles. I see a Saladin. We've got some hover tanks, which is good because they're going to be deploying on water. We've got the Jenner and the Javelin have jump jets. The Cicada has a lot of movement points. The Dragon's not slow either, so even if they deploy in water, they're probably going to make it onto land relatively quickly. We do have a Warrior attack helicopter, which makes me a little nervous because I don't know what our anti-aircraft capabilities are like. I know the Cronus has a couple of pulse lasers, but beyond that, I think that Warrior might be a thorn in our side this week. We've also got a couple of Scorpions, which are probably not going to be able to deploy at all. We've got, looks like 3 Scorpions. But the Maxim, the Saracen, the Saladin, those are all Saladins, I should say. We've got a 4.6 and a 5.6, both in Saladins. And those Saladins, if I recall, have autocannon 20s and are really fast. But they do also have a high glass cannon quotient. They don't have much armor at all, so those are going to be high priority targets. And of course, our designated target is a Spider 5V, which is not going to be any kind of match for our Spider-KDM, which has more armor and better guns. And more heat sinks, which is also important. It has 2 more heat sinks, which is enough to fire both of its medium lasers and jump and only build up a couple points of heat, which the stock Spider is not capable of doing. Stock Spider's full jump will just about wipe out its heat allotment for the turn. But yeah, the map is 35 by 45 Defend the Base Mark II. Currently we are on a Moonless Night mission. I think I may want to re-roll that, and I mean actually re-roll it, like randomly, and see what we get, because Moonless Night is, I think Pitch Black is darker than Moonless Night, but Moonless Night is still really, really dark. Our mission is to destroy the designated target or disable it while routing any escorts. The target cannot be allowed to leave the battlefield. We do have additional allied support, which I did not see in the briefing. Improved coordination allows friendly reinforcements to deploy quicker, which would be nice if we had any reinforcements, but we don't appear to. That said, I think we're not waiting on anything else before we start this game. Actually, I did want to actually do that reroll. Let's go ahead and see what light conditions we're dealing with. We've got daylight, which is fine by me. Let's just hop in here real quick and check that before I forget. Planetary conditions, we are going to daylight. Yeah, so compact display. Yeah, it looks like the 3 Scorpions are not going to be able to deploy because there isn't anything within 3 hexes of their corner that they can deploy on. I think we're about ready to go. I wonder what the difference between Defend the Base and Mark II is. They're the same size. They look really similar. It looks like maybe there's a little bit more. Oh no, it looks like the water's deeper on the Mark II. Or no, on the Mark 1. On the Mark 2, it's not as deep. So yeah, let's go ahead. We'll check. I'm done. We've lost initiative for the deployment phase, and I apologize for the sound of traffic going past, which I know you guys can probably hear. We're deploying in this corner, and we're going to be deploying primarily in this zone right here. They're deploying on this corner, such as it were. So let's just go ahead and rush on into that. We'll start with the Spider, our lowest BV unit, if I recall. Yeah, we've got 834 on the Spider, 2451 on the Cronus, 2174 on the Quick Draw, and 2210 on the Wolverine. Now this is our first time bringing this Wolverine into combat too, so I feel like it deserves a mention as well. We've replaced the large laser with an LB-10X, we've added a couple medium pulse lasers, and we've upgraded the SRMs. No wait. The Quick Draw, we upgraded the SRMs from a 4 to a 6. The Wolverine 6R already had an SRM 6. But yeah, it does have that XL engine, which you can see in these 3 slots on the left and right torso, which is how we were able to get so many guns on it, but it does make it a little more fragile. So yeah, anyways, starting with the Spider, and we'll start facing this way, and I'm thinking we're going to make a quick juke up in that direction. We might be able to get the full 10 hexes in. The Wolverine, I think, will deploy behind. And actually, yeah, we might as well deploy facing that way. No, we're still on 49.7. I wanted to discuss the upgrade to 4911 before I went ahead and jumped the gun. 49.11 does not have the pane attached to the right side of the screen like 49.7 does. So we would have another window like the minimap here floating around, kind of being in the way if we were running 4911. Which, like I said, I had done some testing on 49.11 using the 242nd save file that I got from Gribbly. But yeah, I've played around with 49.11 a little bit, and I do like it. But I'm not 100% sold on upgrading to it yet. I wanted to touch base with you guys before I did, really. I know I'd mentioned it on Discord. There hadn't been a whole lot of reaction to that, so I just wanted to give it a little bit of time and see what everyone's thoughts were. Start with the Quick Draw there, and we'll start with the Cronus. We'll follow the Spider, I think. But while we're on the subject, how do you guys feel about updating to 49.11? Is that something I should do between now and next week? I am all ears, as they say. Can make 49.11 look enough like this one to be suitable. I mean the tile sets I think are the same. I forget what tile set I'm on. That's going to be under client settings. I'm on that's under graphics. We're using high quality Sexarba is this tile set that we're using. And you can, I'm pretty sure in 49.11 that's also an option, but I like it because it's more, I feel like it's more easily readable. Like it's easier to tell the difference between a light woods and a heavy woods. Like I'm pretty sure these are all light woods, right? Yeah. I just like it because it more closely resembles the tabletop maps that I'm used to. This one is just, I think, more readable when the resolution's a little lower. I tend to like to be on the latest release version unless there's risk or problems with the update. I do too, but I kind of fell out of that habit with 49.8, 9, and 10 because those were specifically listed as being maybe less stable. So I kind of didn't update to 8, 9, or 11, or 10 until 11 had come out, and even still, obviously, I guess I'm still a little bit hesitant. Oh, we've got eyes on a couple of bad guys. We've got a Saladin and a Maxim over here. Both look like they've moved already. And Stiletto will make her way this way. Alright, no piloting checks or anything during the movement phase. We've got no one in range. We've got, let's see. Yeah, the quick draw replaced the L arms with the large laser for better damage output, but unfortunately it means less maximum range. The Spider, of course, has nobody within medium laser range. And Stiletto with her large laser is her only long range weapon. Likewise has no targets in range. No one's building up any heat. We have one initiative going into round 2. And we've lost sight of the Saladin. That's unfortunate. I wouldn't mind knowing where that Saladin is. Let's see, we've got the Wolverine here. Thinking maybe we go this way, and that way we can get in one, maybe, well. It really does look like the Op 4 is going to be defending this, this peninsula. I'm assuming that their mechs started in this corner and have made their way onto the ground at this point. So there's going to be a battle on this little bit of isthmus here. So that's going to be interesting, I think. Quick draw. And move all of 5 hexes from where it is. Well, if we're going to move 5 hexes, we might as well jump those 5 hexes. And we'll end facing that direction. The Spider, who probably should have gone first, can maybe move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There is one thing actually that I really liked about 49.11 that might be worth updating all by itself, is that it'll tell you right here under the 12 that shows how many movement points I've used. It'll tell you in smaller type, and it says +3, which is your evasion modifier. Right, it's 1, 2, 3. It's 4 at 12. My bad. I might be stopping. Well, I'm sorry. At 10 hexes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At 9 hexes, it would actually be a +3. Oh, 49.10 does that. That's cool. I did not know that. Probably because I'm behind the times. Well, if we can't make it all the way to 4, I don't want to get too far ahead. We'll keep our evasion at 3. That's 7 hexes. Just so we don't outpace the rest of the group too badly. And we've got Maxim closing in. And we get eyes on the Maxim with the Cronus. Not quite. All right, again, no rolls during the movement phase. We've got the Maxim on, I'm going to say 11s because we're taking a cluster round shot at that thing. The medium pulses and the mediums are not going to be in range, nor are the SRMs. The quick draw has eyes on nobody. The Spider has the Maxim at long range on 13s. That's not going to happen. And the Cronus has nobody, no visible targets in range. So the Wolverine missing on an 11, the Maxim firing 5 LRMs at the Wolverine on 10s and rolling in 11, hitting 2 LRMs to the right torso of the Wolverine and destroying our searchlight. It's a good thing it's daylight. Other than that, no damage has taken place. Going into round 3. All right. Let's do this. Where are we at? Can we get the Spider up and moving first? We get the Spider 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's still not quite that 4 evasion. So if that's the case, we might as well jump. That'll get us the same 4 evasion. Granted, at much greater heat expenditure, but that's a price I'm willing to pay. Stiletto looks like she's only going to be able to move 5 hexes this turn. So our boys are relatively clumped up, and I say our boys, knowing full well that they aren't all boys. Apologies. Okay, so we've got the Maxim and the Warrior closing in on the Spider. We've got the Warrior on 9s with the LBX. That's going to be hard not to... That's going to be hard to say no to. We've got 14s with everything else. We've got a 12 with the large laser. That's more than likely going to miss. Spider has the Maxim on 10s, has the Warrior on 12s. We'll take a couple shots at the Maxim. We'll do a medium and a small just to stay heat neutral. I'm not trying to build up 3 points of heat just yet. And the Cronus has an 11 and 13s. All right, Wolverine actually hits the Warrior. Needed a 9, got a 9. Hits the front and the rotor. Rotor's down to 0 armor. Front is down to 4. Quick draw missing, Warrior missing, the Spider missing, the Cronus missing, and the Maxim landing a machine gun on the Spider's left torso for 2 points. And 4 SRMs to the head. Right arm, left leg, right torso. Our first consciousness check is successful, but Ian Turtle might need to invest in some edge with that guy. Wonder how many XP he's got if he survives this. Mech Warrior Ian Turtle has 4 XP, so not enough for an edge, unless he gets like a bunch of kills. But that's definitely something to think about investing in. Down to 8 armor on the right arm and right torso. Which is like twice as much armor as it would have right now if it didn't have that XL engine. Everyone's at 0 heat. We've won initiative going into round 4. Okay, we've got eyes on the enemy spider. Who sees him? Is that our spider? No? Our quick draw? Our quick draw has eyes on the enemy spider. Our quick draw is the only one. And he has moved this turn, so we can get to within 4 hexes of him, but not... Yeah, we can get eyes on him at a range of medium against the target movement mod of 4 with a regular pilot. It's going to be, what, 6s, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12s, 13s. But if we can get close to him, we can maybe keep up with him. Oh, there's a Saladin over there that hasn't moved yet. Stiletto will run for a target movement mod of 2. Eyes on the warrior, if no one else. Eyes on the Saladin. Okay, the Wolverine has pulse lasers. We can get in close on that Saladin. I mean, normally I wouldn't want to get so close to the Saladin, but he's already close to Stiletto, so... like, all we're doing is giving him an extra option as far as who he wants to target. We're not, like, giving him a target when he didn't have one already. So yeah, I'll get into pulse laser range of the Saladin. And the quick draw, we get within large laser range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, that's still medium range for everything. But at a walk, that's not a bad move. It's still not going to be our best target. Okay, the Saladin is shooting at the Wolverine, and what does he need? He needs... if it'll tell me, please. Needs an 8, so less than 50% likely to hit. But not by as much as I would like. Let's start with the quick draw. We've got 10s. That's going to be 10s with everything, looks like. And we'll go up to 1 heat on a 10. We'll do Stiletto next. We've got him on 8s with the large and the mediums and the SRMs. And the Wolverine has him on, we'll save the LBX. We've got the pulse lasers on 7s. We've got the mediums on 9s. We've got the SRM on 9s, and we've got the LBX on 8s. If we don't sink him this turn, I'm going to be kind of upset. And then, oh, the spider is also going to be in trouble. We've got a Saladin firing on him. We've got a Maxim firing on him. We've got a Jenner firing on him. The Jenner only walked. So he's going to need 11s. We need 11s to hit him. We've got the spider on 13s. We've got the Saladin on 8s. That's what we were saving our heat for. We'll do 3 heat on the Saladin. Maybe we can immobilize him. Alright, the Saladin at the spider, missing on an 11. Thank goodness. We've got the Saladin on the Wolverine, hitting him in the left arm for a whopping 20 points of damage, down to 7 structure there. We've got the quick draw at the Saladin, missing with the large laser, hitting with the medium laser, immobilizing the Saladin and destroying it in a watery grave. So the Saladin is, or the first Saladin is no longer a threat. The Maxim at the spider, hitting with 2 SRMs to the left torso and left leg. LRMs to the left torso, 2 of them. Spider at the Saladin hits him with the small laser in the right side down to 2 armor. Wolverine needs a 4 to stay standing, gets an 8. The spider declaring physical attacks. What physical attacks can we declare? None. Alright, the Jenner is at 6 heat, our quick draw is at 1, our spider is at 3 heat. We have lost initiative going into round 5. We're at 97%, they're at 78%. Designated target is at 98%. Shall we jump and try to be as evasive as possible? How tall is this building? Height 4. So that should be effectively a level 6 hex. So that'll give us cover from majority of these guys, but it gives us a shot out onto the water, where there is a Saracen waiting for us. We've got the quick draw, can make it 5 hexes, actually 6. We want to go 6 hexes. We've got eyes on some good hexes from here, but nothing that has moved. Okay, we've got the Saracen, which, remind me, has 6 SRMs and 10 LRMs. So not too scary. Stiletto might want to come over here and just deal with this Maxim at 2 range. Hit it with some pulse lasers maybe, try to immobilize it, sink it, you know, as you do. And their spider still has not moved. Our spider is going to have to vacate the area for now, because that is just too much incoming fire for a mech of that weight class. Okay, so we've got the Saracen on 10s, we've got the Saladin on 6s. I know who I'm shooting at. That's going to be 7s with the pulse lasers, 9s with the mediums, 9s with the SRM, and a 6. Maybe we can take us down a Saladin real quick. We've got Stiletto. No, this is the quick draw. Quick draw, can we fire at the warrior on 9s? It's not going to take too much more damage to its rotor to kill it. It's not that much of a threat, though. We've got the spider on 10s, which is our primary target. It's a 16% shot versus a 27% shot. You can't count on 27%, but you can count on 16% way less. I killed the Saladin's searchlight, at least. Sorry, I didn't notice that till just now. Yeah, we did take out the Saladin's searchlight. Unfortunately, we did not take out its big gun, which it's firing, and it needs a 12, which is good. I'll be really happy when the enemy has no more autocannon 20s. So we're going to fire at the warrior. We're going to fire everything on 9s. We'll build up 3 points of heat. That's fine. The spider will likewise be firing at the warrior on 11s. We've got the spider on 12s. We'll go heat neutral. We'll just fire the small laser, just so we're not doing nothing. Against the Maxim, we've got 6s because we walked. 6s and 4s. Hopefully we can knock him down real quick. Alright, the Wolverine at the Saladin hits it in the front with a medium pulse and a medium laser down to 6 armor. We've got the LBX hitting it in the front, immobilizing it and destroying it by Watery Grave. So that's both Saladins. The Saladin missed us in return. The Warrior at the Cronus hitting with 3 SRMs all to the left torso. The Cicada missing on 12s. The Quick Draw missing on 9s except for 3 SRMs. To the left side, the rotor and the left side. The rotor's down to 2 structure. Spider at the warrior only gets a 7, so that's a miss. The Maxim at the Cronus hits it in the right arm with a machine gun and 5 SRMs to the right arm, right, left, and center torso, and the left leg. Down to 13 armor on that left torso, down to 14 armor on that right arm. Both LRM 5s miss. The Cronus at the Maxim on 6s and 4s only lands 2 hits. A medium pulse to the left side and an SRM to the left side. That is some terrible, terrible rolling. That was a 2, a 3, a 2, a 4, and a 7. And yeah, Saladins are scary. I'm glad that I've taken both of them down. So yeah. Penny, need to work on your dice rolls. Or sorry, Ruby. Penny's the tech, Ruby's the pilot. Right? Yeah. I had to double check, make sure I wasn't about to embarrass myself. And the Saracen hitting the Wolverine in the left torso with 3 LRMs, finally. We can melee the building, we're not going to do that. We've got the Wolverine and the Quick Draw at 3 heat, everyone else is running cool. We've 1 initiative going into round 6. The designated target is going to have to move first. Oh, that is so convenient. I want to stand still. I want to just stand here and I want to just wail on a spider from a standing viewpoint. He jumped 5, which is a target movement mod of 3, which is not as much as he could have done. And we have a lot more guns, and we have pulse lasers and all kinds of stuff that are just going to mess him up. I say we stand still. But we'll wait and see what the rest of his forces do. We'll start by scouting with the spider. We can jump 7 hexes to here. Save ourselves a point of heat. I mean, it doesn't really get us that many more hexes of visibility. If anything, it maybe gives us 1 less up here. We'll go ahead and jump 7 hexes. The warrior is on our flank now. We'll have the Cronus come up to the behind the warrior. That's a run for a +2 modifier. That gets us 2 hexes from the warrior. That's pulse laser range. Hopefully we can take out his rotor. The quick draw can come over here, moving 5 hexes and be 2 hexes away from the maxim, it looks like. Maybe we can immobilize it and sink it. That would be nice. We've got the Cicada closing in on Stiletto. We've got the Jenner, eyes on the Wolverine. What's the range here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is long range for the Jenner to the Wolverine. If we stand still, that's going to be base 8. 9, 10 because he ran. Yeah, I'm okay with 10s. We'll stand still. Alright, first and foremost, let's see what we can do to this spider on 6s. 6s and 4s. I like it. Yeah, we're gonna leave a dent, to put it mildly. Thought Hoser rolled bad. He's gonna have to get in. She is gonna have to get in front of Hoser in that training class. Yeah. 2, 3, 2. What was it? A 4 and a 6. 4 and a 7. We've got 7s on the maxim. We can go up to 5 heat for that, right? Maybe we'll sink a maxim. Or we got the warrior on 8s. No. 58% versus 41%. We've already got Stiletto firing at the attack helicopter on 7s and 5s. Yeah, let's try to sink the maxim. We've got him on 7s. Do we skip one of the mediums just so we don't build up too much heat? Yeah, we'll stop at 2 heat. And the spider has no targets in front of him. Can't get the warrior. Looks like it's the maxim or nothing, and that's on 11s. Yeah, we'll build up 1 point of heat on a pair of 11s. Maybe we'll sink the maxim. The spider at the Wolverine hits him in the right torso with a medium laser down to 11 armor there. The warrior missing his SRM4 at the spider. Wolverine at the spider hits him in the right torso with that LBX. 3 structure remaining, critted on a jump jet. Medium pulse lasers to the left arm and left leg. Left arm is down to 4 structure, left leg is down to 0 armor. Missing with both mediums and the SRMs. So we did do 22 points of damage to him, but we didn't get anything real good, just a jump jet. The Cicada landing a medium laser on the Cronus's left arm, down to 13 armor there. The Cronus at the Warrior hits it in the rear with a large laser, hits it in the left side with a medium pulse. The Warrior is dead, hits it in the rotor and the rear, the rotor and the right side some more, but it's already dead. The Jenner at the Wolverine gets a lucky through armor crit on a 10. Needs a 10, gets a 10, hits the right leg critical. Critting on the upper and lower leg. The Wolverine is going to be having some mobility issues after this. Quick draw at the Maxim. Hits it in the front, hits it in the turret, hits it in the front again, all with medium lasers. SRMs to the turret, causing an ammunition explosion. So that is a solid kill on the Maxim as well. The Saracen hits the quick draw with 8 LRMs to the legs. Spider missing the Maxim on 11s. Wolverine needs 5s, gets a 6 and a 4. Falls down on his left arm, causes 5 damage to the left arm, leaving him with 2 structure and 1 to the left torso. Needs a 5 to avoid hurting the pilot, gets a 9. The Spider needs a 7 to stay standing, gets an 8. Quick draw is not going to punch the building. Stiletto can maybe punch the Cicada on a 7. Spider punches the Wolverine in the right torso critical for 3 damage, critting on 2 of his medium lasers. And that Wolverine is just really getting messed up by those through armor crits. Vernita, how much edge do you have? You have 2 edge. We need to get you more edge, and we need to get you through armor crits added to that. Because that is 4 through armor crits that you've taken. 2 to the leg actuators, 2 to the lasers. And you're prone because of it. Cicada missing a kick. Cronus kicking the Cicada, or punching the Cicada in the head, forcing its first consciousness check. Need a 3, get an 8. And the Cicada needs a 4 for missing a kick, gets an 8. The Wolverine is at 1 heat, the Spider is at 1 heat, the Quick Draw is at 2 heat, their Spider is also at 1 heat. We have 1 initiative going into round 7. We're at 88%, primary op 4 is at 55%, designated target is at 83%. Oh, did he just run in a circle? He ran 3 for a target movement mod of 1. Yeah, we're not gonna take that sitting down. We've still got, what, a dragon over here somewhere and something else. Let's jump our full distance and we'll see what we can see from over here. Maybe we'll get eyes on something big and nasty. Or maybe we will, oh, there's the dragon. And we're on his right flank. Hopefully he won't be able to do too much to us. His close range weaponry only consists of a single medium laser. We do have a Saracen in our back, however. That could be a problem. We've got the Quick Draw. Could maybe start closing ranks up in this direction as well. I feel like our Quick Draw is a match for that dragon, or more than. We've got the Javelin. That's not a fire javelin, is it? No, that's an SRM-6 Javelin, and he's already taken damage to both arms. Oh, hey you. We can't, can we get eyes on this Javelin from anywhere that we can jump to and be evasive? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 hexes. We could hit him with a large laser at close range. Everything else is going to be medium range. The pulse lasers are going to be long range, but that's effectively medium range. Yeah, Stiletto will not be evasive this turn. The Cicada is going to get into her back. That's going to give the Wolverine a chance to stand up. We'll use Careful Stand, and we're going to try to take out this spider. We need a 3 or better. It's a 7. Nice. Alright, first and foremost, we've got the spider on 5s and 3s. And we're not worried about heat because we've lost 2 of our lasers. Quick draw at the Javelin. We've got him on 5s. Actually, yeah, we're all torso mounted. We could get the Cicada on 6s. The Javelin's going to use your target, though. And honestly, probably more dangerous. Do we go up to 3 heat? No, I think we go up to 4 heat with the SRMs. The Cronus. We'll try to get the Cicada. Oof. Cicada's going to be a secondary target. Easier to ammo boom him to. Yeah. Javelins have what I call a high glass cannon quotient. They're easy to take down and they hit pretty hard, so that makes it worthwhile to take them down pretty early if you can. So we've got 5s on the Javelin and a 6 on the Cicada with our right arm behind our back. That puts us at -2 heat, which is fine. The Spider, which foolishly turned its back on a Saracen, has the Dragon on 7s. We'll do 3 heat. We'll keep the small laser silent on a 9. Their Spider hits our Wolverine in the right leg critical for no effect. Barely. Needed a 7, or needed an 8, got a 7. The Cicada at the Cronus hits us in the right arm and the right torso rear with a medium and a small respectively. Wolverine at the Spider missing with the LBX. For shame. Pulse lasers to the center torso and left torso down to 4 structure. SRMs to the left arm, left torso, and right leg. Javelin landing 11 SRMs on the Cronus down to 9 armor on the left torso, 7 armor on the left torso, 9 armor on the left arm. The quick draw at the Javelin hits him in the leg with a large laser. Mediums to the left arm, right arm, and center torso. SRMs to both arms, blowing off the left arm, leaving the right arm with 1 structure, leaving the right torso with 6 armor, the right leg with 6 armor, the left torso with 6 armor. Dragon missing the Spider on 10s and 12s. The Cronus at the Javelin hits him in the right arm with a medium pulse laser, destroying his right arm, transferring into the right torso. 3 SRMs to the right leg, right torso, and right torso. There goes the ammo boom, as you say. The pilot blacks out from the explosion and takes 2 damage. Auto eject. Okay, yeah. So the pilot was already unconscious when the auto eject system takes hold, leaving him with 4 total hits. He's going to need, what, a 10 or better to wake up? The Saracen missing on 11s. The Spider missing on 7s. The Cronus needs a 4+, gets a 6. The Spider needs a 7+, gets a 7. And we can kick him in the head on a 2. Spider is not going to punch the building. We kicked him in the head for a total of 12 damage, killing the pilot instantly and winning the mission. The Cicada kicked the Cronus in the left leg. The Cronus stays standing on a 3, gets a 12. Stayed hella standing. The quick draw is at 4 heat. The Spider's at 3. Everyone else is running cool. We've got 85% of our forces remaining. Primary outforce down to 45. Designated target is down to 0. We could call it here if we wanted to, but honestly, I kind of want to see how much more damage we can do. I'm gonna want the Wolverine, who's now a 355. Now it's only a hip actuator that we have to roll if we jump, right? I think it's just a hip. I don't think it's any leg actuator. No, it's the leg actuators. I was mistaken. We would need a 5 to land that jump. Do we take that chance? We're already about to lose the left arm. No, I don't think we're going to take that chance. We're going to... next turn we can get down to there with 3 movement points, because I don't think we can run. Oh, we can run without rolling. Okay, so we've got a Jenner, we've got a Dragon, we've got a Saracen. Yeah, let's get our Spider out of there. He's already taken significant damage. Let's get him to the other side of this building. We can pop back out again next turn. We didn't lay eyes on anything special when we did that. Okay, that's good. We can jump 1, 2, 3 hexes and be 1 hex from the Saracen. We're gonna need, what, 6s because we jumped. 7, 8, 9s for your movement. Yeah, that's a chance I'm willing to take. The Cicada is coming in on the Wolverine's left side. Stiletto, can we back him up? Yeah, let's, we're giving up our evasion, but we should be on that Cicada's left side. We should be able to just wail on him with impunity. We don't get much for salvage, though. You're right, we only get 10%. So maybe sticking around after the mission is complete is less useful. We do get, I think, 100% battle loss compensation for what that's worth. But yeah, this Wolverine, we might be about to lose that left arm. Well, it's XP. We'll fire at the Cicada, and we'll call it a victory at the end of this turn. Because you're right, the salvage is not worth it. We've got 5s and 3s. We'll do that. We've got 3s and 1s. We've got the Saracen on 8s, so we should be able to do almost all of that. And the Spider, of course, has no targets. Alright, the Cicada missing on 5s. Wow! With a 3, a 4, and a 3. The Wolverine at the Cicada hits him in the right arm, destroying it evenly. No transfer. Medium pulse laser to the center torso, medium pulse laser to the left torso, SRMs to the right torso, left torso, critting on a medium laser. Cronus at the Cicada hits him in the right torso with a large laser, medium pulse laser to the left arm, medium pulse laser to the left torso, destroying it evenly. Medium pulse laser to the right torso transfers to the center torso down to 3 armor. 3 SRMs to the center torso, head, and the right arm transferring into the center torso, going internal. The quick draw at the Saracen hits him in the front and turret with medium lasers, but otherwise no love. Saracen at the Wolverine hits with 2 SRMs to the right torso and center torso. Cicada took 60 plus damage, needs a 7, gets a 4, falls on his left arm, which transfers to the center torso. Needs a 7 to avoid damage, gets an 11. Can we kick him? No, I didn't think so. We're not going to punch the building. We are going to kick the heck out of the Cicada. And we kicked him in the center torso, destroyed by damage. That's an XP for Penny. Sorry, Ruby. Double crits on the gyro. End phase, and we can go ahead and we can call it. Alright. And yeah, 10% salvage is pretty garbage. We are going to save the salvage, as we always do. We've got 2 kills for Vernita. We've got 2 kills for Zero Chew. Ian Turtle got no kills in the spider, unfortunately. And Ruby got 3 kills. Nice. I'm going to say we did control the battlefield because we had them down to, I think, less than 50% of their forces. Wolverine did not lose the left arm, but did almost lose the left arm and also lost some actuators on the right leg. The spider took some armor damage, including an SRM, I think it was, to the head, or a machine gun. The Cronus took some armor damage, down to 2 on that right torso rear, but otherwise, pretty good shape. Ian Turtle took a hit. He's gonna need, he's gonna be wounded. We've got 10% max salvage, and we can salvage 0.67 million C-bills and still be under. Oh, there was a foot platoon on the board. We could pick up a spider that's inoperable because we kicked it in the head. We could pick up a Saladin, which might still have its autocannon 20. Yeah, the spider might be a bit much. Our mech techs are going to be fine repairing damage, but our mechanics could gain some XP from tearing down the Saladin. Do we have any VTOL techs, or is that going to be a mechanic? Let's tear down this warrior as well. I'm not really concerned about the parts of it, the autocannon 2 or the SRM 4, but actually let's not. We'll just take the Saladin. That'll put us at 2%. We can save the rest for something big later. We did not capture anyone from the foot platoon. The foot platoon made it out safely. I assume they were on the Maxim or something that we didn't kill. So we're going to uncheck these infantry boxes. We did, I guess, capture one of the guys from the Saladin, and we did kill the pilot of the spider. Yeah, we did. The foot platoon was not claimed by anyone. We've got MVP is going to be Ruby with 3 kills, followed by Vernita with 2 and Zero Chew with 2 as well. We did destroy the spider. That is our only objective. And that is worth a victory point, and we can call that a decisive victory, I think. It's going to be a couple days before we get our mechs back in the repair bay. The Saladin. Oh, I had wanted to tear it down for scrap, but we can fix it up. Oh, what say you guys? Do we fix up a Saladin? Doodles, you've got 11 XP already. We'll do 180 minutes on the motive system. We'll do 240 minutes. We'll have someone else do the stabilizer. We'll have Doodles do the armor on 5s. And we'll reload the autocannon 10 bay, or 20 bin. And that is it until we get our people back from deployment. They seem to be glass cannons. They're tricky to use, but decent units if used just right. Yeah, I tend to view them as pretty much expendable. I don't think there's any way for a Saladin to survive any engagement it's in. You're right about it being a glass cannon. The only thing is it's a high priority glass cannon. As soon as the enemy knows there's a Saladin on the field, that becomes their target number 1, and it's not going to survive. Alright, we've convinced Elaine Rayton to defect. We've got some battle loss compensation, 90,000 for the Wolverine, 73,000 for the Cronus. We got a Saladin, we gained an XP, sweet. And I think, yeah, Ian Turtle has some cuts on his left arm. We'll go ahead and assign him to Dr. Chocolates. And actually, I think, yes, we can give him, I haven't done this in a while. Where is it? Award. Yes, he now has combat action, which is good for an edge. And he has purple heart for getting wounded, if I can find it. There it is. That's good for an XP. So he's up to 6. Let's go ahead and set his edge triggers. We've got failed KO, ammo explosion, mask failures, and head hits. With one edge, well, he's in the spider, which doesn't have ammo or mask. With one edge, yeah, we'll only be using that on KO checks. For now, he's 4 XP away from getting another point of edge. Let's see, we've got Lou, who's a 4-5. We've got Mike Boone, who's a 4-4. 4-5 and a 5-5. This 4-4 dude might be next in line for a combat role. Maybe. We'll see. That's gonna take you 1 day to recover from. That is by far the easiest Purple Heart I've ever seen. 1 day recovery, but it is what it is. And also the combat action gives him an edge, which is outstanding. Let me just double check and make sure everyone that has combat action. Marco never been injured. Oh, Marco should have a purple heart as well. He's been injured. Oh, there it is. Huh. That puts him above Yarvik for XP. Victor Rama? Has Victor Rama not been injured? Yes, Victor Rama has also been injured. Zero Chew? Zero Chew has actually not been injured. No purple heart for you. Nairn Limbrick has also... Oh, wait. Yes, has been injured in service with us. That first one, who was that? That was Marco, right? Yeah. Yeah. This bruise and this broken arm happened when she was fighting against us, but this bruise, the broken rib, and the laceration happened when she was fighting for us. So that's worth a purple heart. Zero Chew, we established, has not been hurt. Tsubasa has a purple heart. Got a purple heart there. We've got only an initial injury there. We've got only initial injuries there. We've got no injuries there. All right, so everyone has a purple heart who should have a purple heart now. That means Fred Jones is 10 XP away from another piloting. Wayne Henshaw is 1 XP away from another gunnery. Vale Raskzak is 10 points away from another... Is he 10 points away from another gunnery, or is he 30 points away from another gunnery? Or we could get him a point of piloting, make him an elite. If anyone's heard from Lark, let me know. Does Ian deserve a call sign now too then? Ah, that's a good question. Let me see. Is that under biographical information or fluff? It's not under biographical. It must be under fluff. Does he? He's only a 4-4. I mean... Victor Rama is a 3-3. He's got no call sign. We've got Nairn Limbrick as a 3-3 with no call sign. Zero Chew is a 3-4 with no call sign. And Victor and Nairn both have purple hearts. has pain resistance, has dodge. Zero Chew has Hopping Jack, Melee Specialist, and Weapon Specialist AC 5. And actually could be a 3/3 right now if we wanted to spend that. I think he was originally on the Rifleman, which is why he has the Weapon Specialist. Can we maybe change that to Ultra AC 5? Go back to General. Who's in the Rifleman? That is Yarvik, who's a 3/4 with all weather and melee specialist. So yeah, I will keep that the way it is. I think we're set. I think we're just ready to bring those guys back and get into some repairs. We've got Galatea and Aleutian Lance already deployed. Oh. If you're wondering what I keep looking at, it's because there's an extra cat in here tonight. So if anyone has a good call sign for Ian Turtle, let me know. Also, what was it? Victor Rama, Naren Limbrick, Zero Chew. Those guys also need call signs as well. Everyone else, I think, already has one. I'm not gonna just randomly assign one though. I want one that's fitting and easy to remember. Tortoise. Ian Turtle, Tortoise. Yeah, we can do that. Tortoise. Tortoise. Yeah, okay. TMNT. Well, for one thing, he's not a ninja. He's not a teenager. And he's not a mutant turtle. Cowabunga. Hey, Honey Skull, how's it going? Glad you could join us. Don't know how long you've been lurking, but it's all good. Always nice to see familiar faces in the chat. So yeah, we've got Ian Turtle, aka Tortoise, who narrowly escaped being TMNT. Cowabunga. Okay, sorry, just keeping an eye on the cat. So Ian Turtle has an edge, and he knows how to use it. We've got Zero Chew has an edge, and presumably knows how to use it. Head hits. What is he piloting again? He's in the quick draw, which doesn't have ammunition. We've got head hits, failed KO check with one edge. We'll skip the head hits. We'll leave that to consciousness checks. Same with Nairn. And same with Victor. Yeah, we're gonna take head hits off of all three of those guys. He needs to get an Atlas, huh? I mean, we have an Atlas. He's just not the one using it. We also have... Well, we do have a spare Atlas. And it's just like the one we're using. But, I don't have a lance really that fits another Atlas. I like him in... I mean, the spider was handy on that last mission. It wasn't the biggest damage dealer, but it was nice to have. And yeah, we'll work up to it. For sure. Right now he's a veteran, or a regular, but he's only 14 XP away from being a veteran. And then he'll get an SPA. And then from there, we'll see if maybe he's more suited to a different mech. That said, we could get Nairn an extra point of edge right now. Didn't I want someone in the Mackie at some point? Honestly, that's not a super high priority. I'm not trying to go with just the maximum tonnage that I can. I'm trying to keep things kind of reasonable. We do already have one assault lance. We could maybe replace the rifleman with the Mackie and go full-on assault with Mariana Lance. We could replace maybe the Stalker or the Guillotine in Tonga Lance, or actually, probably the Blackjack and Tonga Lance would be the next one to upgrade. The Spider is good also. Is good though. Yeah, it is. I'm fond of this this version of the Spider. And it's good when you need to get halfway across the map in a heck of a hurry. Alright, moving on to December 20th. Oh, unmaintained units. We're not moving on just yet. We've got a Saladin, which was dredged up from the bottom of the lake. We can set extra maintenance time at ×4. We can set a tech. We'll have Antonio Roussel do that. We'll need a regular gunner, I think, or an elite gunner. How much are we going to invest in this Saladin? We've got elite driver, elite gunner. We've got regular driver, regular gunner. Or we've got greens for both of those. But we don't have any veterans. So we're either all in or we hold back. Either way, I mean, if we could get an elite driver in here, that would be good. Because it is a hover vehicle. It makes more piloting checks than, say, wheeled or tracked vehicles. And I kind of want an elite gunner because that autocannon 20 could be super useful. Better off using your elite gunners for the Shrek or LRM carrier? Yes, I agree. So we're not going to go all in with this one. We're going to go regular driver. That's going to be Koto. We're going to go regular gunner. That'll be Belchior. And Belchior is going to be our commander, I think. Can we go to commander? No, we can't. Let's go find Belchior. That's in personnel, not repair bay. Belchior, vehicle gunner. There we are. We will change rank to sergeant since he's a vehicle commander now. We will throw him into the quick reaction force, I think. I mean, or the tank detachment. We have a hover lance. Yeah, we will add Sergeant Belchior and the Saladin to our hover lance, which actually is now a reinforced lance, augmented lance, sure. Type is going to be track. Vehicle track. And I want the same color as the tank detachment. I think that was this one. The conventional lance is just a vedette. I don't think we need an icon for just a vedette. Oh, vehicle hover, right, duh. Sorry, I'm used to tank detachments being tracked vehicles. So that was under V for vehicle. Vehicle hover, yes. Thank you, I appreciate the correction. Conventional lance is going to be vehicle tracked. And we'll do the same color, but I'm not really concerned about too much more than that. Oh, you have to drop. Okay, well, I'm glad you were able to stop by. I'm sorry if this was kind of a boring part of the stream, but I appreciate it. Always welcome. Swing on by whenever you get a chance. Thanks for joining us while you were able to. All right, so that should be everything accounted for. We should be able to advance the day with no warnings. We've got maintenance on the Awesome. Looks good. I see some D's, but at least they're not getting any worse. Actually, this kind of concerns me. On this double heatsink, we rolled a 12, which gives us a margin of 4, which was not enough to improve the quality. Do we need to get an elite tech up in here? Actually, I don't think we do, because next maintenance cycle should be an easier one for that mech. We've got the Jabberwocky. Likewise, no change. We've got the Mobile Long Tom, which is improving in quality. We've got APC. We've got a Pegasus, which is improving in quality. Actually, I'm okay. APC is dropping in quality, but again, not too worried about that. We don't really use APCs. Our main infantry forces are field gunners, and they don't ride on the back of an APC. We've got the Warhammer 6 ml ready in 8,000 minutes. Everything else is going to be almost twice that or more. We've got our mechs back, it looks like. We've got the Cronus needing some repairs. We will have, not Susan, but Loney working on the armor, the quick jobs. Can we cut that even more? Down to 12 minutes? Sure. We'll cut this one down to 12 minutes as well. Man, this Cronus is so easy to work on. It really is. It's lovely. Or 70 minutes? I don't think so. How about 18 minutes? We'll have George Valdez? No. Dulficar has more time and less XP. The quick draw. Where's Dulficar? Do that. Spider has no ammo. The Wolverine does. On to 45 minutes for Dulficar. We've got this left arm. That's going to be an Ediborg kind of project. She's going to need a 4, and it's going to take her 2.5 days. But we can get started on that. We got 2 medium lasers that need to be replaced. We can have those done by regulars, I think. We'll have Shada do 1, and we'll have Kostya do the other. We've got some leg actuators that need to be replaced. We'll do 180 minutes, I think, on each of those. Have Kazuko do them on 4s. That should leave her with 120 minutes. We've got some armor here. That's going to be Loney again. We've got a 3. We've got 60 minutes. Yeah, we've got time for a 60-minute job. He still has 151 minutes, and we've just got the spider and the quick draw left to do. And the quick draw has all of 65 minutes. We'll have, oh, that one's going to take a little bit longer. We'll have Susan knock that out. It's going to take 100 minutes to get it down to a 4. And that just leaves the Wolverine moderately damaged with that left arm needing to be repaired. That's going to be a couple of days. We've got December 20th. We've got So that's Aleutian Lance out of action. We'll send Galatea there. Okay. And that'll give us another couple of days. Okay, we've got maintenance on the 6R Mark V. I like to see that. We've got the Warhammer 8ML. We did lose some quality on the left torso endo steel. We've got maintenance on the Leopard. Let's see what the damage is. Oh, not a single item in red. We gained our quality back on the fire control system. We're back up to C there. We're back up to C on the medium laser. I know, look at all that green. It's great. The only downside is that we can only do that when we're on a defensive kind of position where we've got 4 bases at our disposal. We've got some armor in. We're still working on that left arm. The Warhammer is going to be another 7,600 minutes. But yeah, this excites me right here. Oh my god, things going up from D to C, from C to B, from B to A. We just need to keep that up and we'll be good to go. Now we've still got March 20th, so we've still got 3 more months on this contract. We should have we'll have Aleutian Lance here ready in about a day when the left arm gets put back together. Yeah, needed a 4, got an 8, fixed. So we can send them out. I think we're gonna send them here, where they can do the most good. The next one's probably gonna be either here, or maybe here. Somewhere in that region. December 23rd, Christmas Eve. We've got maintenance on the Mining King. That's just fine. We've got the Warhammer in another 6,600 minutes. We'll send Galatea Lance here. That's going to be another couple of days before I've got anything else. We've got the Sholigar maintenance, no change there. We've got the Warhammer in 6,000 minutes and change. We've got Aleutian Lance just became free. Stuka just dropped from A to B. Apparently it was really close. We're doing everything we can, but we just did not roll very well on that armor. It went from C to D on a 2. I have to keep an eye on that. Wolverine 6M is going to be another 20,000 minutes. Archer Mark II is going to be 11, almost 12,000. Cronus is going to be another 17,000. Warhammer is going to be 5,600. We've got nothing in the repair bay. Do we have anything in the warehouse? No. We've got the infirmary. We've got broken rib, broken arm, broken rib being seen by Elsa, who has 22 XP, which is still 18 away from being another elite. We'll go ahead, we'll send Aleutian Lance here. Oh, hostile force detected. Recon complete. Convoy escort. Protect an allied supply convoy through the swamp. Well then. Let's see what we are looking at here. We've got the convoy, which is a Daedalus, a Merkava, a Crosscut, and a Lumberjack. We've got a primary op 4 consisting of, wow, a lot. We've got a Galleon, Scimitar, Scorpion, Tokugawa, Skulker, Scimitar, Pegasus, J. Edgar, Packrat, Bulldog, Vidette, LRM Carrier, Harasser, Packrat, Saladin, Vidette, and 2 foot platoons. Okay, Mr. Man wants to go out. Or does he? Mr. Man wants on the desk, and that is not going to work for me. Sorry, no. You cannot be on the desk while I'm streaming. But he wants to be. He wants to be on screen. Isn't he adorable? He's so friendly. But if he wants to go out, I'll let him out. But I think he just wants some Lavins. Alright, so we've got... that's happening on 2 days from now, from Christmas Day. Man, how much must it suck to be out on patrol on Christmas Day? I hate doing that to my people. That'll happen, it says on the 29th here, but it says on the 27th here. And then over here it says the 27th. No, mister. So that's going to be a couple of days. Do we have... It'll be another day before Galatea can fill in that hex. We've got 4 refits happening. Okay. Go ahead and send Galatea to here. See if we can pick up another battle real quick. Oh, I was joking. That was sarcasm. And we are again protecting an allied supply convoy across River Huge, terrain coastal. And that'll be happening on the 26th, it says. Yeah, okay. So Galatea is doing its mission first on the 26th. No. Our convoy in this case is a scavenger mech, a Gifty, a Paramour, and a Shadowhawk 1R. Our primary op 4 is significantly heavier. We've got a dragon, a guillotine, a thunderbolt, a warhammer, a pair of warhammers, a pair of panthers, and a hatchetman. I'm on the ball today. Yeah, my psychic powers are in full force. I wish I hadn't called that one in advance. I was hoping for a nice, easy hex to clear. Not something to pop up right in our face, especially not 2 lances of heavy mechs. What are you doing, mister? You gonna chill? You trying to hop down? Alright, so we're deploying to the east. Our convoy is deploying to the east. The primary op 4 is deploying to the west. Map is River-Huge, 40 by 30. We're daylight clear and calm. Additional allied support will be provided. No, that's not true. Improved coordination allows friendly reinforcements to deploy quicker. Do we have any... We have a victory point, but we do not have any support points. Both of our fast-moving lances are already deployed. If we were to reinforce with one of our slow lances, they wouldn't arrive until like turn 9. Oh, it's a tough call. But we've got a dragon, a guillotine, a thunderbolt, and a pair of warhammers. That's more than I think we can take on with... Well, these are actually heavy mechs. I was thinking Aleutian Lance, not Galatea. We do have the Warhammer, we've got the Marauder, we've got the Orion, we've got the Grasshopper. Is our Warhammer worth 2 of theirs? Is our Marauder worth a Dragon and a Thunderbolt? Is our Orion worth a Guillotine and a Hatchetman? I'm gonna go with maybe on all of those. Alright, let's see what kind of map we're looking at. And we do have... did we have any rerolls? I'm sure we had at least one. Yeah, we've got 1 reroll, so we can shift 1 map setting 1 direction if we want. Let me maximize that. Compact display, sort by battle value. So the big bad is actually the Thunderbolt with 3/6 pilot. That is hardly a major river. Let's go with water, lakes, and river high. There's not a very high, so I guess that's the best we're gonna do. Natural feature, we can go medium woods, try to slow them down as much as possible. Oh man. That river is just kind of disappointing. It's not like the great big central feature of the map that I was hoping for. It's just kind of off to the side, just kind of cuts a corner off of the map where it's they've got 2 Warhammers. We're trying to defend a convoy. The convoy is garbage. We've got a Shadowhawk with an autocannon and a medium laser. We've got a Paramour with a machine gun, the Jifty with a pair of light machine guns. I'm not expecting this battle to go our way. I'm thoroughly expecting that our convoy is going to get trashed. Alright, we've lost initiative for deployment. Oh, we're deploying on the right side, not the left. Always get east and west confused. Now this map has significantly more water than I was expecting. We've got a great big waterway that travels from the south to up the west side, across the east, kind of up to the north. Oh, this does actually go through all the way up to the north and back to the west side before traveling down to the east side. We've got more river down here in the southeast corner. The only way through, actually, without crossing water, looks like it's going to be from here through here up this way. So that is going to be our path. If I can just get our convoy to try to follow along. Alright, we'll start with the Grasshopper, or the Marauder, which is the slow mech of the bunch, and he's going to start here. The Scavenger mech is starting in the water, which is good. That means he's going to be behind us. Need to charge the Marauder and the Grasshopper into the center of them? Yeah, that's pretty much what I was thinking. We'll have him cut across here, I guess. I'm already seeing 4 heavies. We've got a Warhammer, a Guillotine, a Thunderbolt, and a Dragon already. The Orion is also going to be on the slower side. We'll have him start here. And the Warhammer, which actually has a fair amount of speed to it, and some range as well, which Tentacle Shogun doesn't really have. The Grasshopper has less range. Well, 3 large lasers is nothing to sneer at. But yeah, we'll have Scarponi start here. He'll make his way across here a little bit behind Tentacle Shogun. Alright, we've lost initiative going into round 4. Let's see how far. We're not going to be able to run that. We'll be able to walk that. Needs a 3. We got that, I think. Scarponi is going to go that way. Grasshopper is going to go that way. And the Orion is going to go that way, I think. And we've already... Okay, the Shadowhawk is taking the north path. The Paramour and the Jifty are taking the middle. The Scavenger is hanging back. We've got a Dragon up here. don't know how useful that's going to be. As small as it is, maybe blow that up just a little bit. Yeah, that way it's not completely useless. We've got eyes on nothing in range. We've got go range high-low. We've got nothing in range yet either. The Orion with the LBX has nothing in range. Do we have anything for the LRMs? Also no. And the Grasshopper has nothing in range. No surprise. Alright, no weapons attack occur this turn. No one builds up any heat. We've one initiative going into round 2. Get the Warhammer to float in PPC range and whittle their armor down. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm thinking the Warhammer is maybe gonna hang out up in this kind of area, while the Grasshopper and the Marauder maybe hop into these 2 hexes. The Orion can maybe move up here. The only thing is, I don't want the Paramour or the Gifty to get too far ahead and get themselves killed. You know, like that. The Orion is going to move to there. The Grasshopper, 3 large lasers. Might just stand still. We've got eyes on the Panther. Alright. Scarponi with the ERPPCs has no one in visuals. Tentacle Shogun has no one in range. The Orion has the Panther on 15s. Do we have anything on the LRMs? Maybe 13s? That's not going to happen either. Or we've got the Thunderbolt also on 13s. Grasshopper has the Panther on 14s. That's not going to happen even standing still. That's extreme range, that's why. Alright, Thunderbolt needed an 11 to hit us with his LRM 15 and missed. No one's building up any heat yet. We've one initiative going into round 3. We'll have... Marauder needs to get in close. No 2 ways about that. We'll have him advance to here. The Orion can turn to here. That gives him eyes on a good number of hexes. Scarponi can be moderately evasive and still only be walking. And I love that XL engine. An extra movement point just really makes a difference. Same with the Grasshopper. We can have him advance at a walk and still be kind of evasive. We've got eyes on a Hatchetman. Is that going to be long range or is that going to be extreme? That is long range on the Hatchetman. Alright, we've got the Hatchetman on 11s. We'll take those. Puts us at 31 heat for the turn. Tentacle Shogun has no one in range. The Orion has the Hatchetman on 11s. And more 11s. And the Grasshopper has the Hatchetman on 12s. The odds of hitting are quite slim. We've got the Hatchetman missing the Gifty on a 12. We've got the Warhammer missing on 11s, the Warhammer missing on 10s. The enemy Warhammer, that is. Panther missing the Marauder on a 10 as well. The Orion landing his LB-10X on the Hatchetman's right arm. Needed an 11, got an 11, down to 1 armor on that arm. The Dragon firing at the Shadowhawk 1R with the autocannon 5 hits it in the left torso, destroying the Searchlight, leaving it with 13 armor. Grasshopper missing on 12s. Thunderbolt landing 15 LRMs on the Gifty's left side, immobilizing it. That is one down. What is our victory condition? 50% of the following forces must reach the far edge of the map. So if the Jifty and the other one go down, we can still win this. We just need to have 50%. And we get 1 support point per surviving unit. Okay. So the Jifty is done for. The Paramour is also probably done for because they've gone and gotten themselves way far ahead. The Warhammer is at 2 heat because he presumably stood still and fired his PPCs. We've lost initiative going into round 4, although we are going before or after our friendly units here. The Jifty and the Paramour are lost causes. The Shadowhawk is making a break for it. The Scavenger Mech is playing it safe. We can jump into these heavy woods. The Orion can close 5 hexes. The Grasshopper can jump into these heavy woods. They face that way, because why not? And Scarponi would like to stand still and take shots at that guillotine. Or do we walk forward into medium range for the guillotine? No. Let's stay still. Let's see if we can get the hatchetman to close in on us. Maybe hit him again in that left arm. Take out one of his medium lasers or something. Sorry, right arm. Yeah, we're gonna hang out at the edge of PPC range. Oh, I don't think he closed. Oh, did he? Did he? No, he did not. So we've got the guillotine on 10s. We've got the Panther on 9s. Also got the Dragon on 9s, the Thunderbolt on 9s. We'll go for the Panther. Next is going to be Grasshopper, I think. Has the Hatchman on 14s, the Guillotine on 13s. Thunderbolt on 12s, we'll take it. The Orion has the Guillotine on 10. Likewise, the 10, I assume. 14s for the SRMs and the medium lasers. We've got the Guillotine on 13s with the SRMs. We've got him on 13s with the pulse lasers as well. Hatchetman missing on 9s and 11s. Our Warhammer missing on 9s. Their Warhammer at the Jifty lands a PPC to the front for 9 damage, for no motive damage. The Panther at the Jifty hits it in the left side with a PPC, leaving it with 1 structure. Our Grasshopper missing on 12s. Their other Panther missing on a 10. Our Orion missing on 10s. Their Thunderbolt missing on 11s and 9s. Their Warhammer is building up to 4 heat. Everyone else is running cool. And we've won initiative going into round 5, and we're going before the convoy, which is kind of a mixed blessing. Let's go ahead and get the Marauder up front into pulse laser range if we can. We'll go to here, and then next turn we'll jump 3 hexes into one of these woods, I think. Let's see, the Orion is going to walk. Yeah, I think the Orion's going to walk just to not fall too far behind. Grasshopper is going to jump into the woods vacated by the Marauder. And Scarponi is going to walk forward 5 hexes. He can always walk back next turn, but Can we get Hatchetman is going to be medium range and long range. That kind of stinks. The Shadowhawk falls entering depth 1 water, takes 5 to the center torso, and almost killed himself. Needed a 6 to I think it's an 8 plus will breach the center torso. He got a 6. So he was 2 pips away from breaching his center torso and dying. That would have cost us the mission. So, Mister, please stop doing that. Don't fall down again, if you would, please. So we've got the Hatchetman on 7s and 9s. We'll do a pair of 7s. We've got him on 7s over here. We'll do that as well. We've got the Orion on 7s as well. Maybe we can take out this Hatchetman real quick. 7s and 9s and 7s. And we'll throw in the SRMs on a 9 as well. And then we've got the Grasshopper. Got him on, that's going to be 9s and 11s. We'll build up 1 heat for an 11, sure. Hatchetman landing a medium laser on the Marauder's left leg. Warhammer at the Hatchetman landing both of his shots to the left arm and center torso down to 1 and 4 armor respectively. Their Warhammer at our Marauder missing on a 12. Their Panther at our Marauder hits him in the right leg on a 6, down to 20 armor there. Marauder at the Hatchetman hits him in the right and left leg with pulse lasers, down to 5 armor in both of those locations. Hits him in the right leg with another one, down to 10 structure. And a medium pulse to the left torso, down to 8. Panther missing on a 10. Warhammer, their Warhammer at our Marauder, hits him in the center torso with a glancing blow, down to 29 armor there, and does not destroy the searchlight. Our Orion at the Hatchetman hits him in the center torso with the LB-10X, critting on his gyro. Medium laser to the left leg leaves it with 0 armor. LRM-15 hits with 9 LRMs to the left leg and right arm, going internal, critting on his foot, leaving his arm with 4 structure. Guillotine missing on 9s, the Dragon missing on 12s. Grasshopper at the Hatchetman hits him in the left arm, destroying his left arm evenly. Medium laser to the left arm transfers to the left torso, leaving him with 3 structure. Thunderbolt at our Marauder hits with 9 LRMs to the right leg and left torso. Forcing a piloting check, he needs a 5, gets a 6. The Hatchetman needs a 14, gets a 5. Falls on his rear, takes 5 to the right torso rear, leaving him with 10 structure. Needs a 14 to avoid damage, needs a 3 to stay conscious, gets a 5. So that was, who was it got the gyro hit? Where did the gyro go? That was the Orion. The Orion is, what, Yarvik? Nairn. Alright, so Nairn is more than likely going to get the kill on the Hatchetman, depending on if he ejects. We'll go ahead. They're at, their Warhammer is at 3 heat, their Guillotine is at 5 heat. And we've 1 initiative going into round 6, and not only that, but we're going behind the convoy as well. We're at 98, almost 99%. The convoy is at 93%, which is kind of hooey. And primary out 4 is at 96%. Alright. Let's see. Yes, the Hatchetman bailed out. That's good. They still have quite a few units on the field, though. I think it's time to pull back a bit. We're going to have the Grasshopper jump into this heavy woods and turn around. I'll have Tentacle Shogun who's really a skirmisher slash brawler. We'll save him for later. The Orion can run to be moderately evasive. The Orion has good armor, not great. I mean, I guess it has the same amount of armor as the Marauder, them both being 75 tonners, but that still doesn't seem like much. 24 armor is not a lot when there's PPCs flying around. Harpony. No, not that way. Harpony can run and be moderately evasive, although I think we're actually going to run into that hex, which leaves us just as evasive, but more well hidden. The Shadowhawk is still jumping through the water, trying to breach himself. And finally, the Marauder. Let's get up in the face of this Panther. Out of sight of the guillotine. Hit him with some pulse lasers, maybe. Hit him with some SRMs, perhaps. Let's go ahead and jump so we can pick up an extra point of evasion. Even if it costs us 2 to hit, I want that extra point of evasion. Hatchman destroyed by ejection. Shadowhawk gets up and successfully enters depth 1 water. Needs a 6, gets a 6. His base piloting skill is 7. That's why he fell down. Alright. So, Scarponi has the dragon on 8s. If we hit him with both, maybe we can knock him down. Tentacle Shogun has the Panther on 8s as well with the pulse lasers, so I guess that's what we're going with. We'll throw in a single SRM just to use up that last heat sink. The Orion has the Panther on 9s. Or the Warhammer on 11s. Or the Thunderbolt on 11s. Yeah, that's going to be the Panther on 9s. It's going to be 9s and 11s. We'll go heat neutral for 11s. The Grasshopper has the Panther on 14s, the Guillotine on 13s. That's really no shot. Their Warhammer missing on 11s, our Warhammer missing on 8s, their Panther missing on 6s and 9s, their other Panther missing on a 10. Our Marauder landing 2 hits to the center torso, 3 hits to the center torso, critting on his engine. Nice. Their other Warhammer. Yeah, they've got number 84. And they've got number 81. They do have 2 Warhammers. One of whom just did 15 damage to the Marauder, to the right arm and left torso with his PPCs. Our Orion landing an autocannon 10 to the Panther's left arm, down to 0 armor there. Dragon missing on 10s, 11s, and 12s. Thunderbolt at the Orion hits him in the right leg with a large laser, down to 24 armor. Panther took 20 plus damage, needs a 7, gets a 5, falls on his left arm, critting on his shoulder. Needs a 7 to avoid damage, gets an 11. And the Marauder can kick the Panther now on a 7. He's not likely to fall down, even if he does miss. We'll take it. Hit him in the left torso down to 3 structure. Marauder is at 3 heat. Everyone else is running cool. Their Thunderbolt is at 4. Their Warhammer number 81 is at 6. Panther 83 is at 10. Warhammer 84 is at 3. We've won initiative, but we're going before the convoy, which is unfortunate. Let's see, we'll have the Grasshopper jump back into these woods, ready to advance some more next turn. Scarponi can move 5 hexes and be all up in someone's grill. The Orion can move into these woods and be moderately evasive. We'll go ahead and turn this way so that we can continue advancing next turn. And last but not least, Tentacle Shogun. Oh, he ran, but he did not get up. And he's got an engine crit, and he's, what? Since he's overheating, he's a 2-3 now, right? 2-3-4, yeah, because he's running at 10 heat. He might cool down this turn a little bit. He'd then become a 3-5. That gives him... Yeah, we can hit him with some SRMs, I think. And meanwhile, I'll be lining up a shot on the Warhammer over here. Alright, Panther tries to get up and fails, takes 4 to the right leg, needs a 6 to avoid damage, gets a 6. Our Shadowhawk needs a 6 to avoid falling down in the water, gets a 7. He's going to fail one of those sooner or later, and he's going to scrap himself, which is going to be unfortunate. We've got Scarponi against the Panther on 8s, against the Dragon on 9s, against the Warhammer on 11s. So that's going to be, I guess, 8s and 10s. Tentacle Shogun has the Warhammer on 8s. We got the Dragon on 6s, or 7s. The Dragon has low profile, though. We've also got the Guillotine on 7s. We could do that. Stop at 1 heat there. The Orion has the Warhammer on a 7. And some 11s. Yeah, we'll go up to 3 heat. And the Grasshopper, last but not least, has the Panther on 11s. Has the Warhammer on 12s. We'll go for the 11s because it's 3 times more likely to hit. Alright, our Warhammer at the Panther hits him in the right arm for 10, leaving him with 0 armor. Hits him in the left leg with a medium laser and the right torso with another one. Their Warhammer hits our Marauder in the right arm and left torso with PPC fire, down to 8 and 6 armor. Our Marauder at the Guillotine hits him in the right leg with a pulse laser, hits him in the center torso with a pulse laser. That's 12 points. Panther missing on 8s and 11s. Their Warhammer missing our Orion on a 9. Our Orion missing their Warhammer on 7s and 11s, which is unfortunate. The Guillotine at the Marauder. Glancing blows. To the right arm, right torso, left torso, right torso. Down to 4 armor on that left torso. Dragon landing a solid hit with the autocannon 5 to the right torso of the Marauder, and 4 LRMs to the right leg, down to 11 armor there. Grasshopper missing on 11s. Thunderbolt landing 9 LRMs on the Orion's right torso and right arm. Marauder needs a 5 to stay standing, gets a 5. The Marauder's at 1 heat, the Orion is at 3 heat. Their Guillotine is at 2, the Thunderbolt is at 3, Panthers are at 2 and 5, the Warhammer is at 7. Fire in Hex 1419 was started this round. We're at 96%. Convoys at 93. Enemies are at 88. Time to protect the left torso on that Marauder. Yeah. We can have him... We should move him last. We'll have the Orion advance in this direction and stay in the woods. We'll have the Grasshopper advance in what direction? We'll try to get to within range of the Warhammer there, I think. That's long range. That's base 8, 9, 10, 11 for jumping. That's not great. Oh, the Panther got up and got in our face. That's going to be different. Yeah, this Panther has a death wish. We'll go ahead and follow in the footsteps of the Orion. And you get the Grasshopper to start chewing damage for the Marauder. I'm kind of trying to move in that direction. I mean, I do want the Marauder because it is more maneuverable than the Orion or the Warhammer because of the jump jets. But yeah, there's a lot of firepower up in this area. The Guillotine, the Dragon, the Warhammer, that's a lot. Should we maybe have Scarponi start moving in that direction? Yeah, I think we can do that. Have him well, yeah, we'll try that. Oh, and the Guillotine is in behind the Orion. Okay, it's the Marauder's turn to move. We will jump. Do we jump in behind the Guillotine? We hit him with some pulse lasers in his rear arc. I think we do. Yeah, I think we do. Scavenger Mech enters depth 1 water, needs a 3, gets a 5. Panther gets up, needs a 6, gets a 10. Panther will generate 2 more heat this round because he passed through a fire on top of the 5 from his engine hit. Start with the Grasshopper. We'll try to take out this Panther first and foremost. We've got him on 7s. We'll go large, large, medium, 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 medium. We'll skip one of the mediums and one of the larges. Hopefully we can crit him on the center torso. Panther is twisting to get Tentacle Shogun. Tentacle Shogun has the Warhammer on 6s and 10s. Actually, can we? No, we can't. We can't twist to the right and still hit the Warhammer. So that's just gonna have to be all the mediums and the LRMs. And we'll go with the SRMs too. We'll go up to 5 heat on the Warhammer, just because we've got good odds. Scarponi has the Dragon and the Warhammer on 6s. Let's go for that Warhammer. Maybe we can knock him down. He is, after all, a 4/4 pilot. Might not be that easy. But we'll try. We've got him on 6s and 10s. And then Tentacle Shogun into the back of the Guillotine on 7s with the pulse lasers. And we'll throw in an SRM on a 9 just to follow up in case we get lucky. Shadowhawk, 1R, missing the Dragon on an 11. The Warhammer, their Warhammer at our Orion, missing on 9s and 11s. Our Grasshopper at the Panther hits him in the right leg, hits him in the head, hits him in the center torso. But that's only going to be 18 damage. That's not enough to fall down. So the Panther is going to stay standing. Panther at the Marauder hits him in the left leg and left torso with SRMs, down to 2 armor on that torso. The Orion at the Warhammer, missing with the LBX on a 6, missing with 3 out of 4 medium lasers on 10s, hits him in the left torso for 4, missing with the LRM and the SRM on 6s and 10s. Their Warhammer at our Orion hits him in the center torso for 10, down to 26 armor. Guillotine at the Orion hits him in the center torso with a large laser, down to 18 armor. Medium laser to the right leg, down to 19, and 2 SRMs, both to the head. So that's a 3 to stay conscious and a 5 to stay conscious. That's unfortunate. And our Warhammer at their Warhammer hits him in the center torso for 10, down to 12 armor there. Dragon at the Orion missing on 8s and 10s. Thunderbolt missing the Warhammer on an 11. The Marauder at the Guillotine missing the first 2 shots, the right leg and the left torso rear with the next 2 shots, and the right arm with the last one. So no penetration. We did start a fire in his hex. No, we did not start a fire in his hex. We needed a 9. We got a 7. The Orion took 20 plus, needs a 4, gets a 6. It stays standing. We will... Hang on. We'll start by punching with the Grasshopper right now. Oh, we've got to kick him with the Grasshopper. On a 5, fine. We'll kick him with the Marauder. On a 6, fine. The Guillotine kicks the Orion in the right leg for 14, down to 5 armor. Grasshopper kicks the Panther in the right leg, which transfers into the right torso. Marauder kicks the Panther in the left leg, which destroys it. The Orion needs a 3 for getting kicked, gets an 8. The Panther, with both of its legs destroyed, takes 4 damage to the left torso, which blows off his left arm and transfers 1 point to the center torso, which doesn't even get a crit. Needs a 17 to avoid damage, gets an 8. Needs a 5 to stay conscious, gets a 6. I'm still giving that one... Wait, who am I giving that one to? Grasshopper got the leg first. The Marauder got the leg second. The Grasshopper is Victor Rama. I'm gonna give Victor Rama the Panther. Sucks to be the Panther pilot. I know, getting sandwiched between 2 kicks, losing both of your legs in 1 round. Taking 2 hits. Panther number 83 sinks 9 heat out of 23, is at 19 heat. Needs a 6+ to avoid shutdown, gets a 5 and shuts down. Needs a 4+ to avoid ammo explosion, gets a 3, fails to avoid explosion. Luckily there is no ammo to explode. Wow. So I kind of wish I'd left his ammo alone. We're at 2 heat, 4 heat, 5 heat, and 3 heat, respectively. Convoy is running cool. Their Guillotine is at 8 heat. The Warhammer is at 4. Their other Warhammer is at 6. And this, we have been going for just a hair over 2 hours, so I think this is where we're going to save it. We're going to call it, I guess, Convoy 5. Since we've already got 4 other convoy saves, or yeah, we've got 4 other convoy saves. Uh-oh, is it that time again? It is that time again. Oh, sorry, it is that time again, you said. Yes, it is. Unfortunately, this is where we've got to call it. We'll go ahead. We'll save it as exit save as well. Disconnected from the server, thank you very much. We will save this campaign as 1226. Don't forget to like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Thank you all for joining me. Now let me raid Big Fluffy / raid. Alright, well, I hope you all have enjoyed this as much as I have. It's been great fun. Don't forget to leave a comment. Hit me up on Discord. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one.